And a sad update out of Chelan County. 3 girls reported missing over the weekend have now been found dead.
The search for 5-year-old Olivia, 8-year-old Evelyn, and 9-year-old Paityn has ended in tragedy.
This morning, the Chelan County Sheriff's Office confirmed their bodies were found yesterday near the Rock Island campground outside of Leavenworth.
Their father, Travis Decker, a suspect.
Travis, if you're listening, this is your opportunity to turn yourself in.
He suffers from PTSD. He is homeless.
Travis Decker.
Travis Decker.
The all-out search for Travis Decker.
The governor is getting involved. He's calling on Washington's National Guard.
Travis Decker.
Travis Decker.
Travis Decker.
Decker. Nice.
You can't stop halfway, Abby.
There we go, Abby.
3 young Wenatchee sisters captured in a playful moment in time.
They were very lively, very bright.
They were amazing little humans.
They were sisters, teammates, and best friends.
3 small, tiny women.
Nine-year-old Paityn, 8-year-old Evelyn, and 5-year-old Olivia are remembered across the Wenatchee Valley as the manhunt for their father and murder suspect Travis Decker enters its 2nd month.
It was a loss for the family, but it was also a loss for the community. It was a loss for the agency. It motivates us, it pushes us. A lot of the kids that we have in our community played sports with Paityn, Evelyn, and Olivia, knew them personally. I think it's been very devastating for parents to not only deal with this, but also talk to their kids about it, and the Sheriff's Office wants to be alongside of them.
There are reminders of the girls around the city. Ribbons wrap the trees in their favorite colors, green, pink, and purple. Wenatchee police donned those same colors on their mourning badges.
It doesn't bring the girls back, and I think that's the heaviest thing.
Rosa Polito says her 11-year-old daughter knew the Decker girls through a local theater program.
If I think about it, I will start to cry because it's just too heavy, I think, as a mom to think that that could happen to your child. The girls were always very lively. My daughter instantly made friends with Paityn.
Seeing the pictures of them and the videos of them, I always have my clients share those with me because I'm doing this for the kids.
Arietta Cozart was the attorney for the girls' mother, Whitney Decker, during her custody case with Travis.
They reminded me so much of my girls when they were younger. And
this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine.
Hundreds of people paying respects for the girls at Memorial Park described what life was like for the Decker family, emphasizing the sisters made a lasting impact on others through school and dance.
I was Evie's teacher for a little while. That girl was born to dance. She loved that stage. She loved that red lipstick. The whole family, all 3 girls, love each other. Just the sweetest to each other.
My daughter has a hard time making friends at times, and no matter how hard of a day Michaela was having, Paityn or Evelyn both could get her cracking up and laughing. How do you tell a 10-year-old who shouldn't be exposed to this reality that a father can do something like this?
no one believed that Travis was ever capable of this. He was a loving father. He did love those girls. His behavior really hadn't changed that much with Whitney. But when she started hearing after they all went missing, some of the red flags that were happening in other areas of his life, then I think she suspected the worst.
Friday, May 30th was a regularly scheduled visit for Travis Decker and his daughters, but he never returned them to their mother, Whitney. An endangered missing persons advisory was issued, and it lasted the next several days. The Washington State Patrol said there was no suspicion of an abduction initially because it was a scheduled visitation under a court-ordered parenting plan. Travis's visits were limited to the boundaries of the Wenatchee Valley with no overnight visits. Cozart said a judge last September recommended Travis get a psychiatric evaluation and treatment. His known mental health problems include PTSD, borderline personality disorder, and other trauma as a former Army Ranger.
It wasn't that Whitney failed anyone. It wasn't that our courts failed anyone. But Travis couldn't get those things. He tried, he reached out to some resources, and we have found that out since.
We feel confident that we have the right resources, individuals that are more experienced than him that are out there searching, and we'll continue to put the pressure on him.
Do you think Travis Decker is still alive?
I still feel there's a possibility, but certainly we recognize there's a potential that he could also be deceased. That's a large area that we could search if we get in there.
There were no major investigation updates for days, ever since a helicopter crew reported spotting someone who looked like Decker near Kolchak Lake in the Cascades. Now Sheriff Mike Morrison says new evidence may link Decker's DNA to his truck found at the crime scene.
It was a fingerprint that, of course, did have blood on it, and we were able to collect samples of that thanks to Washington State Patrol's crime lab and our detectives.
In the coming days, the National Park Service will deploy its swift water team to search the Icicle Creek.
We're going to use as many resources as possible. We still have the U.S. Marshals on the ground that are following up on leads.
What would be justice in this case?
Finding him alive and putting him in front of our judges. Our whole mission is to set up the meeting. We've worked with our prosecutors to ensure that we have a solid case moving forward. If we can't find him alive, of course, we'd like to recover his remains if he's deceased, just to make sure we bring closure to Whitney and her family.
As this community works to heal, new plans are in motion to honor Paityn, Evelyn, and Olivia.
None of us have gone through this before. Where are we going to go next?
Wenatchee Mayor Mike Poyer describes what happened to this family was worse than any nightmare he's ever had. And in turn, it's brought out the best in people during a dark time.
I always believed Wenatchee was a close-knit community, but after this tragedy, it was just a different feeling when you walk downtown, you talk to people. There was a lot of conversations like I would say, don't forget to hug somebody today. I don't want our community to ever forget these three little girls, and purple, green, and pink. I can never look at that color again without having some type of emotional thought process of what these girls went through. I hope someday Whitney can sleep one day. I hope one day she can sleep for 8 hours.
I'm so thankful for the time that I had with the girls and how the three feelings allowed us to connect when the world slowed down. And it really gave me an inside look into their day. I believe doing this with them allowed them to come into the world with open hearts and kindness. I hope that you are all able to do some version of the three feelings with your loved ones.
The large memorial of handwritten notes, flowers, photos, and stuffed toys has since been moved to Brookside Funeral Home. The owner says he's working with Whitney to create a scholarship for young kids looking to get into sports or dance. Hope remains in the ongoing search with fierce support from this small community and people touched by the tragedy across the country.
I just had a painting that was delivered by an officer from Philadelphia Police Department of all three girls. It's in my office now, and it is going to be a reminder that this case is not closed, and it won't be closed until we find him.
And I think everyone just wants to be there for the family and wants to, again, grieve together, heal together, and then be able to just honor the girls and not think about the manhunt, not think about what's going to happen next, but just really keep their memory alive.
As of July, an online fundraiser for Whitney surpassed $1.2 million. And efforts continue to try to change the requirement for law enforcement to push out an Amber Alert. Some people like Cozart believe that could have helped in this case.
Whitney has experienced this huge outpouring of love and prayers and compassion. I know that she really, really appreciates that.
I truly hope that the legacy of the girls' lives lives in everyone's heart forever. They were incredible.
So